all sensory writing draws readers in. And focusing on actual sensory experiences is one of the more reliable ways to implement that oft-repeated admonition, I know you know it well, show, don't tell. I thought it would be useful to go through some examples of all the senses so that you can see how hearing fits into the great scheme of things. Sight, of course, refers to what people see, what the meanings that they attach to those observations, what they don't see, what people see and how they describe it can really add information about the character. One of the worst things that you can do is describe the process of observation. For example, don't say he looked out the window and saw the woman in her garden. What you want to say is he pushed aside the drapes. The woman knelt on the dirt, weeding. Do you see the difference? The words looked and the saw are tell words. I changed it into a show excerpt by describing the behavior, by choosing active verbs that described what the man was doing to show you what he saw. And those words, of course, were pushed and knelt. The same applies with touch. What something feels like and what those feelings evoke in your characters. You wouldn't say she felt the soft, smooth silk. You would say, it's better to say, she drew her fingers along the soft, smooth silk. With taste, we're of course talking about what the flavor means to them, what they taste. Is it salty? Is it sour? Is it bitter, sweet, and so on? And what's comfort food for them? What does it mean if they have a glass of orange juice in the morning? And of course other tastes that come into our mouth, like for example adrenaline in times of stress or fear, which has a bitter, an acrid taste. When you think about smell, aroma, scent, stink, is it a positive experience they're having or is it negative? Don't tell us what they're doing. Show us their reaction to it. For example, don't say he smelled the roses. Say the scent of the roses was strong enough to distract him. Do you see the difference there? Do you hear the difference? The word smelled is a tell word. Instead, I'm moving the story along. I'm telling you something about his character, that he gets distracted by either strong smells in general or roses in particular. And that brings us to hearing. He heard the drums before he saw them. Do you see two tell words? Heard and saw. He heard the drums before he saw them. Better to say, the thumping warned him the army was closing in. Maybe I want to say the thumping of the drums or the drums thumping. I might want to add some specificity, but maybe not. Maybe just leave it at thumping and go from there.